Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. So today I figured I would review yet another horror movie. Of course, because that's what I do in this channel. And this has something to do with the fact that as far as I'm concerned, Halloween's a year-round thing. So here we are folks. I did review the first part of this already, so I just thought, fuck it, I guess I'll talk about the second one. And yes, there's a second one apparently, because it was needed, I guess. Yes, of course, it's according to Terminal. I don't know why this was needed, but here we go, I guess. Mr. Monkey. Okay, you're in a car with somebody. Where are you going? Go get a job. You going to get an interview or something? Uh, anyway, so yes, this is one of these movies that had to be made for some reason, but oh, here we are, I suppose. So, okay, I just thought I'd do this, of course. I didn't even like the first one at all, whatsoever. Okay, let's talk about the plot, I guess. Here we go, I suppose. Here we go, whatever. So, okay. So pretty much, I can definitely say is that we'll see that these passengers on this plane are are in trouble because of the fact that there was this mutated rabies virus thing, of course, from the previous film and is now spreading, I guess, forcing the plane to making this emergency landing kind of a thing at this terminal, hence the title of the film. So, of course, there's the whole thing with the government officials and whatnot, tapping into the passengers and crew as they pretty much search for answers and means to escape. So things get pretty damn crazy, of course. And on a flight from Los Angeles to Kansas City, this passenger becomes violent and attempts to do the thing here, folks, of course. And yes, as a result, things get pretty damn crazy, of course. Again, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, yada whatever. Plus, whatever gets. Just like the first film, it doesn't try to do anything new, of course, which bogs to find mind even further as to why you want to do another one. It's just the same. It's just recycle the same kind of nonsense from the first movie and a bunch of other movies that the exact same thing. And so yeah, as it turned out that there's this character that pretty much has been bitten by this thing, this laboratory rat or whatever, I guess. But sure, okay. And it was brought to the plane for whatever reason, I guess. But yeah, just a lot of this felt contrived just to make things happen, really, just to get the plot going, I guess. Because something has to happen, I suppose. Because of course, gotta make it contrived, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, it's just a dumb horror movie again. And what the hell? What's this? Yeah, there's this long light. There's a light, isn't it? Yeah, it's a light. Okay. Mr. Monkey, you can grab it. Okay. Oh man, leave that alone. Hey, I said that. Leave that alone. Oh, you're gonna don't break it. No, no, no. Oh, and you broke it. Okay, and just threw it in there. You're an asshole. Anyway, like I was saying, folks. But yeah, there's not really much in the movie. It's really straightforward. Just basically, this plane has been taken over by this mysterious virus. Then, when the plane lands, it's under quarantine, and now a group of survivors must band together to survive this sad quarantine and just whatever. Like I said, it always involves around a group of people. Then there's something crazy and whatnot. I've seen this kind of plot line kind of been done before. This kind of plot line have been done quite a few times before. There's always this group. They must survive. Guess there's this crazy thing out there. Whatever that crazy thing is, must team up, and because this crazy thing is trying to kill everybody, thus chaos ensues. Of course, I've seen this before, multiple times. I would say, oh boy, just it's lazy. It's baby's lazy, folks. At the end of the day, I just Christ, man, why am I even bothered with this? Christ, it's the same thing over and over again. Whatever. Ultimately, it just felt like it's a rehash of the bunch of horror movies I've seen before. Oh, horror films are similar, of course, to this. So it doesn't try to branch out like a lot of these I've seen already. So there's nothing to see here. Is all I'm trying to say. There's nothing really, nothing to see here whatsoever. It's the same bullshit all over again. So I'm saying I feel like I'm repeating myself here. Whatever. Mr. Monkey, what are you doing? Okay, you're just gonna just do whatever you want now. Okay. I mean, you've been doing that anyway. Whatever. Get back to you in just a moment. But all in all, folks, of course, I don't no, just don't want to give this any recommendation really because it's lousy. Just unfortunately, it's just. I mean, okay, yes, I know this truck ton of horror films has been made. Just it's just in 1 year, a lot of horror movies would be made. So how the hell do you compete? You have other horror films to compete, so it's practically impossible just to branch out and just stand out because a lot of horror films out there are being released yearly. And I do mean a lot of them. And I do mean quite a bit. Just within a single month or two, you can see a lot of horror movies being released, either direct to video or theatrically speaking. Yeah, of course, there's also the streaming services that you have to think about. Of course, sure, just that it just seems like an excuse for laziness. Is what I'm trying to get. It's an excuse for laziness when you think about it. Because that's what basically this is. It's just laziness. Just I don't know. I don't know anymore. So it seems like a movie that did not need to exist whatsoever. Yet here we are talking about it. Because of course. Because of course. But yeah, folks, it's just a waste of time at the end of the day. And I did think that there's some decent production values in here, folks. Also, I'm questioning as to why this movie was even made. Okay, was there a necessary reason for to make a sequel to a movie that was even pointless to begin with? And you're not going to expand upon anything. Isn't that like the whole point of making a sequel? To expand upon on what was already established from the previous installments? To add information and characters and whatnot. This doesn't do any of that. So what I'm wondering is that also was this made because the first one wasn't very bad? Was very bad. It wasn't very good. So this was kind of to retcon first movie. I don't know because the first movie did receive poor reviews, whereas the second one actually served better because a lot of people seem to like this one a bit more. So I guess that counts for something, right? Sure, okay, points for that, but I still didn't like it really. Because ultimately, like I was saying a moment ago, a lot of it's just bland. It's just the entire production here just feels like been there, done that kind of thing. And yes, I do realize when it comes to the recent horror films, okay, this wasn't really all that recent because this came out in 2011, a few years after the first one, because the first one came out in 2009. So that seems kind of odd right there. Anyway, when it comes to the more modern day horror films, yes, I know I've been giving these types of movies a lot of shit. But that's mostly because of the fact that a lot of these directors, these script writers, and whatnot, whoever's in charge, are not really trying out that hard. Really, because when it comes to horror films, they do make a lot of money. That's why a lot of these films, whether the more modern day or the obscure stuff, that's why a lot of these movies that tend to be very low budget. Because the people who release them, like these companies, they know that they're going to get the money back pretty easily, especially if it's low budget. Again, whether they're more well known or not, either way, they'll get a lot of money back. That's why a lot of these people, of these directors, would just crack these out like crazy. And even then, even knowing this, I still prefer the more obscure stuff, like the stuff that hardly anyone would know about, because at least they'll come up more creative. At least with more of an attempt to be more creative. So that counts for something as far as I'm concerned. I can't say that here. There's like no experimentation of any kind whatsoever. Christ almighty. Because I don't know anymore. Like, what's the point of watching these movies? I'm trying to give these movies a chance so I won't come out biased myself, but they're just incredibly lazy. Maybe lazy on how they put everything together when you think about it, but there you go, I guess. Again, if they don't care, why the hell should I? I don't know. Whatever. Like, Jesus goddamn Christ. Mr. Monkey must have had so many concussions by this point. I mean, holy hell. Anywho, back to what I was saying here is that, yeah, this movie is just one of these types of movies. It's a one-time watch. It's one of those movies that's just going to give just that. And I feel even saying that is too much. And while some people may consider this to be a better movie, and yes, I can see that there are some improvements over the original, that I will admit, sure. However, that's not enough to save it for me, folks. At the end of the day, it's still cliched as all hell, it's still predictable and all that jazz. I just didn't care, like at all. So why couldn't get the better quality in the first place? So if they really want to make a franchise out of this, let's start off in a rocky start. Anyway, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 4.9 out of 10. It's a 4.9 out of 10 for me, even if it's slightly better. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to win these again. So, as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Till next time. See ya. Oh, yeah.